Good morning, friends. I am Gerrick Angel, and I am here to invite you to dream bigger, vibe higher, and watch it happen. Dream bigger, vibe higher, and watch it happen. In today's video, I call it Don't Disqualify Yourself. Don't disqualify yourself. What I find is quite often when we have a dream, we disqualify ourselves for a number of reasons, and it's because our thinking mind tries to figure out how to make it happen. However, the reality of dreams is when you are dreaming, you are beginning to create something that does not already exist. You're beginning to create something that does not already exist. So your thinking mind tries to figure it out based on past experiences. So the thinking mind is limited to what it's experienced in the past. And because of that, it's real easy for us to diminish our dreams and disqualify ourselves from them. So the important thing is to recognize that when that happens, it's not a call to diminish your dream, but instead it's an opportunity to rise up to the frequency of where that dream already exists. If you're not experiencing something, it's because you're not resonating at the same frequency. And so when you have a big dream, your big dream has a high frequency. Your opportunity is to rise up, allow your frequency, your vibration to rise up to meet that dream. And so I'm going to talk about some of the ways that we tend to disqualify ourselves. We often ask the wrong question, or like I said, the thinking mind starts to figure it out, but it can't because it doesn't exist. It's a dream. Some of the things that happen, I know for myself, I don't know. That's like one of the questions that happens, right? I'm in this dream. It's wonderful. It's delicious. It feels good. I want to live this life. Then I start thinking, I don't know how to make that happen. I don't know how to do that. One example is this YouTube channel. I had this wonderful dream of creating YouTube content so that I can help people continue to grow spiritually and so that I can continue to grow spiritually. It sounded like fun. It felt like fun. I could see myself doing it. But then I started thinking, I don't know how to do that. And so rather than allowing myself to grow and rise up to meet that dream, I started to disqualify myself. I don't know how to do that, so maybe I shouldn't do it. But then I remembered to dream bigger, vibe higher, and watch it happen. So dreaming bigger meant I hold on to that dream, even though I don't know how to make it happen. What I know is that that dream is God's calling card saying, hey, I have this for you if you will accept it. All I have to do is choose to accept it. And we'll talk about ways to choose to accept it because we may have to do this several times. And that's fine because we're re-educating our thinking mind. But we must be conscious and deliberate so that we can continue to create what we want rather than shrinking our dreams down into bite-sized pieces that we think we can handle. Another thing that comes up, it seems like a lot of work. If something seems like a lot of work, I got to tell you, I'm not doing it. If it seems like a lot of work, I'm not doing it. So that's another thing that can come up, right? The idea of being a YouTube content creator. Oh my God, it seems like so much work. I got to get so much equipment. I got to get so much lighting. I have to come up with content that's attractive to people. I have to learn how to edit, all this stuff. It seems like a lot of work. So that's easily, can disqualify me. It can cause me to diminish my dreams. I don't have the skills. I'm not an editor. I'm not a film person. I'm not that's just not me. I don't have the skills. But here's the deal. When you're dreaming of what you're becoming. You're not dreaming of what you are. What's the point of dreaming if you're staying right where you are? The point is I'm dreaming to become more of myself. And so the fact that I don't have the skills right now is the opportunity for me to grow so that the skills develop so that I can be what I want to be. I don't have the resources. Again, talking about YouTube, I didn't even know what was required to make YouTube videos. And so I made it hard. I thought about, oh my God, I don't have the right camera. I don't have the right lighting. I don't have the right skills. I don't have the right resources. And so I could easily disqualify myself if I hang out in that. But again, I got to remember that everything I need always shows up for me. Why would it not do so here? Notice a lot of self-talk here. Like I have one question that's not supportive, then I replace it with perhaps an affirmation that really does support my growth into this dream that I allow to remain big. See, here's the deal. God is not limited. God is totally unlimited. We limit ourselves, and we do that because we don't know how, we don't know why. We think we don't have those skills. We think we don't have the resources. Maybe I don't think I have the time. It seems like a lot of work. I've never made videos before. It seems like a lot of work. And so I can easily disqualify myself by going, oh my God, that's a lot of work. I don't have time for that. Well, the reality is, as I am growing, lots of things happen. One is when I'm plugged into creativity, there's a flow of energy, a flow of motivation, a flow of insight, a flow of revelation that takes place that boost me up closer to that thing that I want to manifest. And so time ends up opening up. Things that don't serve me, things that don't support me, stop becoming attractive automatically. This is the cool part about it. I don't ever feel a loss. If I stop doing something that doesn't serve me, I don't feel a loss because I'm filled up by this inspiration and motivation to move forward towards my dream. So that's another thing that happens. Another thing that comes up is perhaps my friends and family won't support me. I'm afraid that if I reach up towards that dream, my friends and family are going to go, oh, you're not fun anymore. I don't want to be around you. But here's the deal. If I move forward towards my dream, I am actually being more of my authentic self, which makes me more attractive, which makes people want to be around me. The other thing is I'm vibrating at a higher frequency. And because I vibrate at a higher frequency, the people that I love are automatically boosted up. They're lifted up just because when I am lifted up, I bring all others with me. So I do benefit my friends and family by being authentic. And again, because I'm being more authentic, because I'm giving more of myself, there's more of me to love and appreciate. So I don't really have to worry about losing family or friends. Then we come into worthiness issues. Things like, that's a lot to ask for. Like, who am I to ask for that? I didn't go to school to film school. I didn't take a class on YouTube. Who am I to ask to be a YouTube content creator? Well, the dream came from somewhere. God placed the dream into my life to give me the opportunity to agree to grow into that or to discard it. And so I get to look at this worthiness thing and recognize that, wait a second, the kingdom is available. It's my opportunity to say yes to the goodness that God is presenting me with. Do I really deserve it? Like, have I been a good boy? Do I really deserve that? Again, if God is presenting you with the opportunity, then you deserve it. And your opportunity is to say yes to it. I haven't earned it. I haven't worked hard enough. Like I said, I didn't go to school for this. I haven't efforted. I haven't lost enough sleep. I haven't worked enough 7-day weeks. How do I just deserve this? Again, God's presenting it and giving you the opportunity to rise up to it. So here's the thing about disqualifying yourself and diminishing your dreams. Creativity is a flow. A flow. When you diminish your dream, it's as if you were cutting off the flow. Think of a garden hose. There's water running through the garden hose. If you take that hose and crimp it, then you're going to slow down or perhaps even stop and cut off the flow of that water. Creativity works the same way. I have this wonderful, big, beautiful, gorgeous, delicious dream. And then I start trying to figure out the how, and then I start shrinking the dream. I'm crimping the hose. The flow is becoming less and less and less until eventually there's no more flow. So how do we work with this? The way we work with this is through affirmation and prayer, and they work hand in hand. We pray to accept that thing that we've dreamed about. Then we pray to stay present to what we need to become in order for that dream to become a reality. We pray to have the faith that everything we need will show up. So I got a couple of examples for you. One, like I said, YouTube. I didn't know where to start or what to do. Well, interestingly enough, I mentioned it to my sister. She started a similar journey a few weeks before me. And so she's learning through other YouTube content creators how to create YouTube content, and she's creating content, and she is learning as she's going along and sharing the information with me. So I didn't have to look for a class. I didn't have to look for a video. I didn't have to look for a workshop. It showed up for me. The idea of, I don't want to be an editor. That doesn't sound like fun. Well, I mentioned this to a dear friend of mine, and he goes, Gerrick, don't you remember? My son is an excellent editor, and he would be honored to edit your videos, particularly because of your content. He can tune in and will know exactly how to edit them. So my editor showed up for me. I've been considering retiring to either Mexico or Panama, and remembered that I took Spanish in high school as a sophomore in high school. Now, I live in Los Angeles, so, I do speak a little bit of Spanish here and there, but the reality is the thought of moving to a country where Spanish is the primary language, it's a little bit intimidating. So here we are during a pandemic. I decide to go down to farmer's market to do a little shopping, and I'm waiting in line 6 feet from the person in front of me. And here we all are with our mask on, standing 6 feet apart. Gentleman in front of me turns around and just strikes up a friendly conversation. Here we are 6 feet apart from each other, just having this friendly conversation. I don't mention Panama. I don't mention Mexico, but somehow out of the blue, he goes, oh, I'm a Spanish tutor. What? I'm a Spanish tutor. How perfect is that? A few minutes ago, I was trying to disqualify myself from being available to move to Panama or to Mexico because I didn't know how I would brush up on my Spanish. And here this gentleman walks into my life, and for no reason, we weren't talking about Spanish, but he lets me know that he's a Spanish tutor. So again, when we remember to pray for the right thing and use our affirmations to support us rather than using our affirmations to diminish our dreams, what we need shows up for us. So remember, we're always at choice. Choose to grow. Don't choose to diminish. Don't choose to cut off the flow. Choose to grow. And as you choose to grow, you can supplement that choice with prayer and meditation. Again, it's important to pray for the right thing. God never forgets your prayer request. God does not forget your prayer request, but we often will change our request. That's what ends up happening, right? I have this great dream of being a YouTube content creator, but wait, it sounds like a lot of work. I don't have the equipment. Let me think about something I know. And then I start shrinking the dreams. So the prayer is, God's got that prayer of Gerrick becoming a YouTube content creator. Now the prayer is to allow me to remember to dream bigger. Allow me to remember to vibe higher. And then what I need to show up shows up to support me. So remember to dream bigger, vibe higher, watch it happen, utilize prayer and affirmations. And you noticed a couple of times, like I said, I don't know how to do this. Well, it's okay. I don't know how to do this because I'm growing into someone who knows how to do this. And so rather than I don't know how to do this, I get to affirm for myself that I am a successful YouTube content creator who has fun. Now, for me, I got to throw that piece, having fun, in there, because that automatically adds the motivation. So find what feels right for you, and you will know, because it won't feel clunky. Like when you're trying to use somebody else's affirmation, sometimes they feel clunky. Allow the affirmation to rise up through you. I'm a successful YouTube content creator who has fun. And so all of a sudden, the resources showed up. Someone bought me lighting as a holiday gift. Someone bought me a brand new computer. I was led to what type of webcam to purchase. Someone gave me a microphone. Is because I'm keeping my attention on that dream, then again, that flow of goodness has been activated and I don't have to worry about the details. So what a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. So again, my name is Gerrick Angel. I invite you to dream bigger, vibe higher, and watch it happen. Don't disqualify yourself. Dream bigger. Hang out there. Vibe higher, because our job is to vibrate at the frequency of the thing we're dreaming on and watch it happen. Don't get stuck in the how. Don't get tired before you've even started, but instead trust that the universe already has all the resources, all of the energy, all of the motivation to allow it to happen. Dream bigger, vibe higher, and watch it happen. So again, I thank you for watching me. If you're finding value from these videos, feel free to share them with your friends. Subscribe to my channel because I put out a couple of videos a week with small practices that you can incorporate into the life that you already have. And these small practices will make a substantial impact on your ability to manifest the life that you're dreaming about. Most importantly, I would love to hear in the comments from this video or any of my videos, how you've implemented these practices and what results you've had. I love to hear what has happened because we create a momentum. So it's important to share. So please, by all means, leave a comment letting me know what you've incorporated, what's worked. If you find roadblocks, let me know about those because maybe I'll make a video about that. If we're all on this same channel, there's probably a reason. So I am trusting that this content is valuable to you. So by all means, do subscribe. And if it feels right for you, give it a thumbs up. And finally, if you'd like to be notified the second that I put out a video, click the notification bell and bing, you'll know exactly when the next video is coming out. So for now, have an absolutely gorgeous day and I'll do the same. Thanks again for watching.